Using his authority, after 4,061 attempts, he convinced Rosma. After 972 attempts, he convinced the Oni sisters Rembrandt. It took 633 attempts to convince Ari and 94 attempts to convince Frederica, while Emilie took only 5 times. Finally, it took 0 attempts to convince Subaru.
Within the Pleiades watchtower, Al surprise attacks and seals both Subaru and Beatrice, and then fights and knocks out Garfield and Ezo. During this fight, Al manages to rewrite the mind of Volcanica, the divine dragon himself. After that, Al escapes the watchtower just to run into Reinhard. Al is able to escape from Reinhard. Al has an authority just like Subaru that warps the space and time around him, establishing a domain. When this authority is activated, it will randomly assign the role of aggressor or victim to Al or his opponent in his domain. If Al gets assigned the victim role, whenever he dies, time in his domain will loop back to a certain checkpoint that Al has control over, and he will remember his previous loops, and there's no limit to how many times he can die. On the other hand, if Al is selected as the aggressor, his opponent will remember the previous loops in the domain, while Al will not. The opponent will be trapped in a never-ending loop trying to kill Al, seeming unable to escape till they lose their mind.
He had repeated over and over and over and over and over and over again. A battle that nonetheless did not last longer than 2 minutes on average. Aldebaran had become more proficient. Quit putting on airs, hero. I'll win regardless. Your stars were bad.
Tell him you're... I've been going through something. 1,855 days. I've been going through something. You're free.
Why are you crying? This is your doing. You said you'd rather feel pain yourself than inflict it on others. You choose to be neutral. But you know what happens when you play both sides? In the end, everybody loses. You saw what happened with your mother.
Why couldn't you just live for me? You had a choice. Why didn't you choose me?
The chance nearing 0 can be made into 1. You possess the method of turning that one into the very first one, after accumulating numerous defeats. That is why there is nobody who can beat you.
Are you sure?
Yes. So will you accept this mission or not?
You're so cold, I have no idea what's going on in your head right now. Not one little clue. Yet from here, it looks like you're crying.
Everyone happy with you. Dating such as like me. Your stand still, I wonder if you feel the kind of thing of experience as home. That's something I know all about. Shocking in.
After Wilhelm engages in one of the most intense battles with Ye Tenzen, he then goes on to fight against the divine dragon Volcanica, whose mind is taken over by Al. But before the battle can reach its conclusion, Heinkel stabs Wilhelm in the back. While doing this, Heinkel says, "With your way of doing things, I can't get Luana back." The context behind all of this is basically after Priscilla's death, Heinkel makes a deal with Al that in exchange for turning against the world and helping him, Al will give Heinkel some of the divine dragon's blood. Heinkel believes that this blood can cure his wife and Reinhard's mom.
Luana Astrea was no victim of gluttony. While Heinkel knew the truth of the matter, he had not shared it with anyone else, because he could not afford for any to know the cause of Luana's slumber. That cause was Reinhard.
Cut.